Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit, and in today's video, I wanted to share my results from my Amazon business yesterday. So today is April 18th, Friday. This video will probably come out next week, so just keep that in mind. But yesterday, on the 17th, I did $5,207 in sales in my Amazon business. And for folks who are new to this channel, I buy all my items from eBay.com and I flip them on Amazon. So I buy items such as books, DVDs, electronics, board games, tools, office supplies. The list really goes on and on. Now, keep in mind, when someone shares with you their total sales, that's just gross revenue. After Amazon expenses, after purchasing my items, my cost of goods, so on and so forth, my profit came to $1,663, which is pretty amazing considering this business model is fully outsourced. I don't see the products anymore. I don't touch them. I don't list them. If you guys maybe watch some of my older videos, I used to have them all show up to my house. And then my girlfriend and I, we would pull them into the garage. I mean, at one point I had her mom in the garage helping me unbox all the items and clean them and organize them and list them. I had an employee coming over and it was great to have the control, but now it's fully outsourced because we don't have anything come to the house. All these products get purchased on eBay and then they get drop shipped to our prep center in Ohio where they receive it, list it. We give them all of the information in terms of the condition, the sell price, all of that. If there's any issues or damaged products, they help us with returns and all that. If you have any questions about that, drop a comment down below or feel free to join our community over at resellingfreedom.com. That's where we talk all about selling on Amazon, eBay to Amazon flipping. We do a bunch of different coaching calls. So I'll put a link on the screen, resellingfreedom.com. If you have any questions or just leave a comment down below, happy to help you out as well. But yesterday we had 36 orders and check this out right here. The average unit sale price was $134. This is another reason why I love flipping items from eBay to Amazon is you could really focus on items that are higher ticket. And I'm going to be sharing with you today some of the purchases that I made on eBay because every day we're buying items on eBay to replenish our inventory. And we're also selling items as well. So I'm going to be sharing with you a bunch of the purchases I made, how many we purchased, what we paid, our projected ROIs and profits. And then I'll share with you as well some of the flips that we had so you can get an idea for, the different types of items that we're selling, the profits, so on and so forth. Okay. So this was yesterday's dashboard and this is GoToLister. GoToLister is the fastest listing software. If you're listing items from home, or if you want to be able to get like push notifications when your items sell, or if you want to get profit analytics, this is what I use. This is the dashboard. And yeah, it's really, really great. So this is our spreadsheet from yesterday. So I use the E2A Mastersheet to pull in all of our orders, all of our data. This is how my team and I, we organize our entire eBay to Amazon business. It's the lifeblood of our business. It's how we keep everything nice and clean and on track. And you could see yesterday that we purchased 11 items. So we only purchased 11 items yesterday, but we spent $981. And I know some of you guys are cringing at the thought of spending that much money, but if you want to be doing 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, I've had some months where I've done over $100,000. You've got to spend money to make money. This isn't the thrifting model. This isn't going to the garage sale model. This is leveraging capital to buy products that sell for insane ROIs and profits. And I'll be sharing with you the potential and the projected ROIs and profits for these items. But you can see about 80% of these items are replenishable items or replens. These are items that we've sold before in the past. So on this E2A master sheet, we track the ASIN, the title, if it's a lead or a replen, how many we purchased, the condition, and then we put on this part right here, this is our total spend right here. Now, if you take a look at this next sheet, this is just an extension of it, but we track if we export it to our repricer, who purchased the item. So you can see most of the items were purchased by my virtual assistants. I did buy a couple items yesterday. This is our minimum maximum pricing, and the ROI and profit is based off of us selling it at the lowest price, our minimum price. So essentially we set up a min max price within our repricer, and then it reprices in between that guardrail or that boundary. So like this item right here, we're projected to make 92% ROI, $69 profit, 58% ROI, $15 profit, 58% ROI, $45 profit, and so on and so forth. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, Steve, that sounds like a pie in the sky. Like, yeah, I'm sure you're selling items and making 15 and 30 and 40 and 50. And one of the things that I love that I do that you don't see a lot of other people doing is when I talk, I don't just talk, I walk the walk. And you might say to yourself, wow, this guy's cocky. This guy is, he's real confident. Well, when you flipped over 30,000 items for multiple millions of dollars and you've made thousands of videos and people ask you for receipts, you come with receipts. And I'll share with you in a moment some of the profit margins that I'm making on the various items. So I'm actually going to cut to that now. I'm actually going to go into my go-to lister orders, and inside of my orders, it will pull all the expenses, my buy cost, and it'll share with you what the actual profits are. So let me show you receipts right now for some of you lovely people in YouTube. All right, so before we jump into the actual orders and the profits, you could see that over the last 30 days, I've done $45,000 in sales. This is actually a slow period. And I actually had a question the other day saying, Steve, you used to be doing $70,000, $80,000 a month. Why is it down? Well, the reason it's down is I stopped purchasing and spending on eBay purchases around December, and then I was pretty slow in January just because check-in times were so slow and I had so much inventory. So a lot of our stuff sold out. We hit some really, really big numbers in the beginning of the year and at the end of 2024. So, if you want to do $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, it's a matter of spending more money, getting items checked in. So we just kind of slowed down a little bit, but we're going to ramp things up. A lot of our profits and a lot of our big numbers come the second half of the year. And that's when we make really the big bucks. But you can see over the last 30 days, I've done over 45,000 in sales. I've spent about $23,000 on these items that I've sold, paid $8,100 and change in Amazon fees. And the total profit right now for the last 30 days, and this is a slow month, is just shy of $14,000 in total profit. That is the profit after what I paid for the items and the Amazon fees. The only thing this doesn't consider is my virtual assistant costs and my prep center expenses. So I would probably take off another $1,500, maybe 2,000 just to be safe. So that's not like net, but I mean, it's pretty close. So let's go into the orders. I want to share with you what some of these profits look like. And people always ask me too, Steve, how often do you actually lose money on these items? I'll share with you. I think there was maybe one or two items I lost money on. So let me bring you into my go-to lister orders and profits, and I'll break that down for you. All right, perfect. So we are inside of our go-to lister orders page, and here you'll be able to see the quantity of items I sold, the order price on Amazon, the cost. So this is what I paid for the item, the fees Amazon took out, and then my profit. Again, the only thing that this doesn't include is my prep cost, which is $1.50 for an item, and then about $2 per item. So I would minus off maybe $3 or $4 on each one of these. Hopefully GoToLister updates this soon so I can really show you guys net, but it's pretty darn close. So I want to show you guys the types of profits that I'm making on my eBay to Amazon flips over the last 24 hours. So I'm going to share with you a bunch of these different items right here. Now, like I always say in videos, I love you guys. I love helping you guys, but I'm not going to take the fish that I've worked so hard to catch and just throw them in your boat so you can just gobble them down. You've got to work to go find the fish, learn how to list and ship the fish. I'm not going to just expose all of my replens. That's just silly, right? I'm making most of my money in my business from selling on Amazon, not from social media, not from these YouTube videos that don't even get that many views anymore, because I feel like most people, they just want you to go catch the fish, gut the fish, cook the fish, and then put it in their mouth. But hopefully we get a couple people here that are watching who are actually willing to put in the work. But check this out. 28 minutes ago, I just sold this item right here. So I paid $55, sold it for $127, made $48 in profit. Again, minus off $4. So that's $44 profit. Here's another one, $31 profit, $10 profit. So that one's not that great. $8, 18, 22. Look at this one right here, $87 profit on a single flip. You ain't going to be doing this, doing traditional online arbitrage. I'll tell you that much right now, or wholesale. Hey, with wholesale, you can sell thousands of SKUs and thousands of products a day, but you're going to have a warehouse. You're going to have physical employees. You're going to have a manager at a warehouse. You're going to have insurance. You're going to have forklifts. I'm literally doing this without seeing it, without touching it. And again, I know I'm coming off really, really cocky, but it's it's gotten to the point now where it's I've got to shove this down people's throats because there's so many people suffering. There's so many people who can't find inventory. There's so many people who are hungry to make money. And I feel like I need to be the person who comes out and just gives it to you real and gives it to you raw, where most people are just making videos saying, how to sell on Amazon and how to make six figures. And they don't share products. They don't show profits. They don't show anything. They don't show anything. But the problem is a lot of you guys gobble it up. You eat it. You love it. You're like, it's so great. And then you do it and you get no results. Blows my mind. Look at this, $21 profit, 44.63. This one was canceled. 14, 45, 34. This is only 12 hours ago. 66, 17, 11, 85, 93, 28, 35, 14, 43, 18. I haven't even found an item I sold yet that I lost money on. Let's see. 41, 30, 11, 35, 119. Oh, here we go. This is the first one I lost money on. I lost $5. This was actually a DVD that just tanked in price. A bunch of sellers came on it and lost $5. But who cares? Because the item I sold right before it was $65 profit. So, I mean, this is the next day. You can see. I mean, I'll just scroll through. Look at this one. Lost. Oh, this says I lost $40, but this was a Monopoly game. It was a replacement. So sometimes you'll sell an item and the person will say it's damaged, and Amazon will take one of your items out of your inventory if you have another quantity and replace it. So that's a complete loss right there. Here's another one I lost money on, $7.82, but who cares? Because this one right above it made $38. So yeah, if you guys are wondering how I am finding these items to buy on eBay and flip on Amazon, I'll show you guys really quick. So I use a tool called Replen Catcher to be able to source items on eBay to flip on Amazon. Now this tool is very dynamic. There's a lot that goes into this tool. There's a replen area where you can upload your own custom replens and track them and monitor them and replenish your inventory. There's also a live stream where you can choose what category you want to source. Maybe you want to source new, which is what I do. Maybe you're looking for items over a 25% ROI, selling for over 25 on Amazon. You could fill in feedback count on eBay price. Maybe you want to make a certain amount of profit. You could put that in and you can hit search. Again, there's a lot that goes into this. You could even search items that only have best offer enabled option on eBay and make a bunch of best offers. But essentially what this software will do is it'll share with you the items that you can sell or items you're restricted on. So like this item you're restricted on, if you want, you can actually go in and hit yes, and you can have only the results show you products that you can actually sell that you're not restricted on. So essentially you just go through here and you look for, for various items. Here's an item you could buy for 42, and it looks like the last captured value is $74, 30% ROI on this item, $12 profit, nothing too special. This one looks like it's a mismatch. But essentially you just go through here and you look for, different items that are cheaper on eBay that you could sell for a lot more on Amazon. There's a convenient keep a chart right here so you can analyze it. You can scroll over the profit and see the buy cost, shipping price, all that information. You can switch between different date ranges on the keep a chart. You can see the eBay price in total with shipping, and then the Amazon price. You can see what it's been selling for currently, last captured value, 30-day buy box, 90, 180 days, lowest FBA, lowest offer. You could click into these pictures to see the eBay listing. You can click into the Amazon picture to see the Amazon listing. You can see the category. You can block brands, block ASINs. But essentially what the software does is it searches millions of products on eBay, compares the price on Amazon, and then updates you within 10 or 15 minutes. There's not another software out there that has the capabilities that Replen Catcher has and the dashboard. There's also alerts as well. I've got the sound off, but you can actually open up another tab and you can be working on emails or doing other things, listing items, and you could actually have alerts go off. It'll go ding when a new item hits the stream at your filter criteria, which is really cool. And you can check out the new items and whatnot. You can check if you've ever sold the item, if it's in your inventory. I mean, this is how we purchase 100% of our inventory. Now, it takes time. You've got to go through, you've got to refresh it, you've got to make best offers, you've got to spend time, just going through the different items. But I mean, there's just tons of different opportunities. I mean, here's a DVD right here that has the potential to possibly make 40% ROI. Here's another one, 66% ROI. 33% ROI. And the thing is, I don't buy anything for less than 50, 60% ROI. If you guys saw my Mastersheet that I shared before, most of my items are 55, 65, 75, 80% ROI. And you might be wondering, well, how do you do that? Best offers. I make best offers on eBay all day long. And the E2A Mastersheet actually tracks that. the Mastersheet actually connects with eBay, so you can integrate the API, and every time you make a best offer, it pulls all that information to the sheet. So my team, they're making 40 to 50 best offers a day, and sometimes we only get 4 or 5 or 10 of them accepted through best offer, but those best offers typically make us quite a bit of money. So it takes work. This business model isn't like a drop shipping model where you're not actually having to like spend money on the items and not actually physically having to touch it. Like, yeah, like I'll say it this way. I don't have to physically touch it, but somebody at the warehouse has to. Drop shipping is different. It's more like digital, and you're not like touching it, and you're not like buying it until someone pays you. This is different. This is a physical based business, but I've outsourced it all to a prep center, and I've got virtual assistants who buy all the items for me on my behalf, and a prep center who lists it and ships it, and a team that reprices it. So obviously you don't need a whole entire team. I know when I talk like this, I lose a lot of people because a lot of people are new and, you know, they've never hired somebody. They've never, you know, outsourced anything before. I did this business 3.5 years without outsourcing pretty much like any. Well, let me say it this way. I outsourced the sourcing in the beginning, but I did a lot of the other stuff for like the first 3.5 years. And that's documented on YouTube as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in checking out Replend Catcher, you can go over to replendcatcher.com and use the code Replend10 if you want to save 10% on this software. It's a free 14-day trial, so feel free to have fun with it. Go buy some items. With that being said, just want to share with you my purchases from yesterday, my sales, some of the items and profits that I'm making, because I think this can help a lot of people out, especially folks who are stuck in the thrift store, stuck at the library sales, who really want to scale, to doing 10, 15, 20, 30K a month in sales, putting 5, 10K profit in your pocket. I think this is a really, really great option for some people who are willing to put in the work and spend the money. If you're looking for something super easy, don't do this. Just keep watching videos online and supporting your favorite YouTubers. But if you're looking to make some money, this is definitely something you can do. All right, much love.